In this video, I go all in 16 times. My personal favorite is all in number 10. I play like an absolute menace this entire video with a large chip stack. And on top of it all, at the end of it, I win my largest cash ever and an APT Lion trophy. Initially, I didn't plan to vlog this $300 USD side event. I had just busted the APT main event on my third bullet with a min cash but a loss of 2,000 US dollars. I was sad and I was tired, but the opportunity to play large field live poker tournaments don't come by that often. So I sucked it up and played a $300 single re-entry hold'em tournament. I busted on my first bullet. Since it was a single re-entry event, I was only allowed to rebuy once more. So I max late reg, not expecting this run. Out of 218 entries, we were down to the last 4 tables and we're 3 away from the money. That's when I picked up ace queen suited from middle position, starting with 30 big blinds. The only person who covers me at the table is Raju, who has 160,000 total lifetime earnings and has already won a trophy this series, the APT Philippines National Cup. Everyone else has 10 big blinds. I open ace queen suited for 2 big blinds. Raju snap jams 40 big blinds. It folds back to me with 30 bigs and I say, it. Go for the win. ICM donkey. I call. And of course, I am dominated by ace king. But the flop gives me the nut flush draw, and no sweat, I turn Raju dead. And I find a massive suck out and double. But more notably, Raju will spend the next half an hour complaining about this hand. And I'm not even done with Raju yet. In this picture, we're on the stone cold money bubble, and I'm chip leading the tournament. Raju opens on the button. I peel 4-3 offsuit from the small blind, and I shit you not, I went all in. He hems and haws, picks up a chip, slaps his own hand, and ultimately he folds. My guy is steaming, and I'm not even done with Raju yet. Shortly after, we make it into the money, and it seems like an appropriate time to start vlogging.
All right. If I don't run deep, no one will ever see this. If I run deep, then this becomes a vlog. And that's how it works. I only show the wins.
Blinds are 10K, 25K. I have about 430K, starting the hand with about 17 big blinds. Raju on my right only has a 175K to start with, 7 big blinds, and he puts in 100K, more than half of his stack. I open pocket 10s on his direct left from the hijack. I jam my 17 big blinds. It folds back to Raju, who's completely committed to this hand after putting in more than half his stack. But he doesn't snap call. Instead, he tanks for a minute and then folds.
I'm very happy with that. Very, very happy with that.
Unfortunately for Raju, he didn't realize he was in the big blind the next hand, meaning that he's forced all in the big blind.
Maybe? You'll see it on the vlog.
And I'm not even done with Raju yet. Very next hand, I pick up ace 8 of diamonds and go all in for 525K, but effectively more like 250K since everyone at this table is short. Folds back to Raju, who has 8-3 of hearts, forced all in the big blind, and we've got him dominated. Flop is ace 7 deuce 1 heart. King of clubs on the turn has him drawing dead. GG's Raju. It was nice playing with you.
All in.
Time for all in number 4. I pick up ace jack suited in the small blind for 13 big blinds effective, and I go all in and big blind folds. That was all in number 4 and only 12 more all ins to go till I win. I've got jacks on the button with 28 big blinds, but both the blinds only have 12 bigs, so I opt for a limp on the button with my jacks. The small blind folds and big blind checks his option. Flop is 5 deuce 4. I have an overpair. Big blind checks. I bet 1 big blind. Big blind folds. Easy game, bro. Blinds are up. Blinds up 15K, 30K. I'm in the big blind with 9 deuce suited, and small blind limps off of a 13 big blind stack. I raise it up to 90K, 3 bigs, and small blind calls. And we drilled the flop with our garbage hand. Flop comes jack deuce 6, 2 hearts. I can't even believe it. I recheck my whole cards. Small blind checks to me. I bet 45K, and small blind folds. All right, we've got our first all-in and call pre-flop. I'm not in this hand, but pocket 9s is at risk versus ace king. Flop is 10-10-3. The at-risk player with 9s is looking pretty good. Turn is a jack. At-risk player just needs to fade the ace or king on the river. And we are now down to 14 players, locking up $866, but nothing compared to the 12,200 USD up top. Next all in and a call, ace 8 of spades is at risk versus queens. This far into the tournament, we are anti-railing every short stack. Flop is king 9-5, all red, very good, no ace, no ace. Very good. Down to 12 players, 956 US dollars locked up.
Good game, Joe.
Blinds up, 25K, 50K. Low jack opens to 100K off of 900K stack. I look down at red 8s in the hijack and jam 700,000. Red is a very auspicious color in Asia. 8 is also a very auspicious number in Asia. 100% cannot lose. Folds back to initial opener who covers me. I am happy with a fold, sir. Sir, please fold. Please fold, sir. Please fold. And he folds.
Alright.
Hey, it's time for a mystery hand. I have no idea what I have here. I'm pretty sure I was bluffing. Or I might have had a 4, but I'm pretty sure I was bluffing. I'm in the big blind with mystery cards off of a 900k stack. Cutoff opens to 125k off of 400k, which is really odd because he should really be just jamming or folding his 8 big blinds here. Anyway, I call in the big blind. And flop is 10-4-6 rainbow. Check, check. Turn is a 3. Check, check. River is a 4. I just don't think this player balances his check back ranges with any strong hand strong enough to call a jam on the river. So I throw up the all-in triangle gang sign and he folds. Pretty sure I was bluffing. Still don't know what I had here. Maybe you can guess in the comments.
No, I just had a hand to go all in with, so I went all in.
Blinds up! 30k, 60k. I'm all in with pocket 5s from the cutoff. Button calls for less than 2 bigs. He has ace-9 offsuit, and we are flipping. Board runs out deuce, 9, deuce, king, 10, I lose less than 2 bigs. I run so bad, But not before too long.
We made the final table? Final table? Nice. You wanna make the final table? I'll let you. Nice man. Let you have the photo. 9 players left. Final fucking table. And it looks like I'm co-chip leading right now.
I made the final table and pay gems are gonna get huge now. I've locked up $1,056, but my eyes are still locked onto that $12,200 up top, and we still have 9 more all-ins to go. Also, do you think I have enough all-in merchandise on? Should I buy more? Well, you should definitely check out my merch store, link in the description. Also, like and subscribe while you're at it. Thanks. Time for a blind versus blind all-in. I'm in the small blind with queen 8 offsuit. I jam into a big blind who only has 2 bigs behind. He calls with 10-6 offsuit. Flop is deuce, 4-7, 2 clubs. Turn is the king of diamonds. And the river is the 6 of spades. Very bad. Hiya. Lost 2 big blinds again. Run so bad. Time to win an all-in, please. I open king 9 offsuit from the low jack to 160k, folds to the big blind, who only has 170k behind. He goes all in, I call for 10k more, and he is dominated with king 8 offsuit. The board runs out, king 6-7. We both have a pair, but my kicker is better. Turn is the 5 of clubs, giving villain an open-ended straight draw. And the river is the 7 of diamonds. I win with kings and 7s 9 kicker, and he loses with kings and 7s 8 kicker.
Always a sweat.
8 players left, $1,524 locked up. Time to anti-rail some shorties. A short stack is all in and at risk with ace deuce offsuit, blind versus blind, and he runs into kings. The board runs out 3-6-3, 10-7. Small blind is eliminated, 7 players left, $2,079 locked up. 40k, 80k. Hijack is all in for 370k, less than 5 bigs. We peel ace jack offsuit in the big blind and call off with about 1/3 of our stack. Villain has pocket 8s, and we are flipping. This is a massive 860k pot. This is an important one to win. Flop is deuce, 10-6, 2 spades. I need an ace or a jack. Turn is the 3 of spades. I need an ace or a jack or a spade. River is the queen of clubs. The wind has left my sails. I'm left with 700k, only 9 big blinds. But all of a sudden, the poker gods deal me pocket 10s. Under the gun goes all in for 735k. I rejam for 715k. I'm all in for my tournament life, and under the gun has ace 8 suited. Please, please, no ace. And right on the flop, there it is. The flop is ace 6. 10! We drill a set, turn him dead, and find a massive double. Now up to 1.6 million in chips.
Nah, I still gotta worry about that guy.
It is now time for all-in number 10, my favorite all-in of this video. Now, Old Man Coffees are difficult players to get money from. They play very tight, and the only real way to get money from them is to cooler them. So when Old Man Coffee, who is about 4th in chips, jams an average stack of 1 million chips, 12 big blinds, I know he has a strong hand. And I cannot believe the hand I peel. It's the most beautiful one. It's pocket fucking aces. I rejam 1.6 million. Big blind is forced all in as I crippled him last hand. And we have a 3-way all in. The big blind has king 6 offsuit. Old Man Coffee has ace queen offsuit. And I have aces. And the board runs out beautifully. 7, 4, jack, 9, 8. double elimination, and I am now massively chip leading this final table with about 2.6 million in chips, more than double the average stack. With that double elimination, we are now down to 5 players, locking up $3,742. And we still have 6 more all-ins to go. In this hand, I get a live tell off of this gentleman named Jiro, and it influences my entire decision. I'm in the big blind with ace-3 suited. Jiro raises to 200k off a 1 million chip stack. I'm a little torn about my decision with ace-3 suited, and I'm not even sure what the chip EV play is. I think for 10 to 12 big blinds, any ace heads up is good enough to get it in. But against this player, I don't know if he'll call with anything worse if I jam. I'm very torn. And I look over at Jiro, who suddenly smiles at me. My gut immediately tells me he's very strong. I snap call. Flop is 6-8 queen rainbow. I have ace high and backdoors. And Jiro goes all in, overbetting 800k into 480k. I don't think he's the player type to have any bluffs. I snap fold.
Dodging bullets. Dodging bullets.
Blinds up, 50k, 100k. We're down to 4-handed with $4,730 locked up. I've got about 23 big blinds. BvB on my left has like 5 big blinds. Mr. Beng has about 13 big blinds, and Jiro on my right has 18 big blinds. I still cover everyone, but losing an all-in right now to any player will be highly consequential. And that's when I pick up queens on the button. I open to 200k. BvB shoves, great spot, I call. And no freaking way, he has aces.
The glasses!
The board runs out 10, 4, 10, 7, jack. And I lose 5 big blinds. I run so bad. I'm still chip leading, but I run so bad. I run so bad. And I need to get my chips back from BvB. BvB opens 200k from the cutoff off a 10 big blind stack, folds to me in the big blind, and I have 8-5 offsuit. My read right now on BvB, and frankly all of the remaining players at this table, is that they all are very tight passive and play face off. So while 8-5 offsuit is typically folded, because I can over-realize my equity because he'll likely take passive actions, and because I have fold equity given that there's one slightly shorter stack than him, I think I can realize my EV a little bit better, so I call a little wider than usual. Flop is ace-9-8. I have a pair of 8s. I check. BvB bets 150k into 500k, less than 1/3 pot bet. I call. Turn is the jack of spades. I check and BvB checks back. River is the 7 of spades. I think I have enough showdown, so I check. BvB quickly checks back. And I show my 8, and I lose to an ace. I guess he got the max by not jamming free. Okay, nice hand, BvB. After that hand, all the stacks are getting comparably close, though I still do cover by just a few big blinds. Each hand is very important, and picking up the blinds is too. So you'd think I would play tighter. I start with a loose open from the cutoff with jack-8 offsuit. Jiro defends in the big blind, and flop comes 3 jack-7, 2 clubs. I have top pair, good enough to get it in on clean runouts. Jiro checks to me with only about 850k behind. I bet 100k, and Jiro calls. Turn slows me down. It's the queen of clubs completing flushes and putting it over to my jack. Jiro checks. I check back. The river makes things even worse. It's the king of clubs bringing 4 to a flush. I don't have a flush, but when Jiro checks, I gladly check back. And we're good against 10-8 offsuit that called flop with a gut shot. After this hand, Jiro's stack is crippled and he goes all in on the button for 700k, 7 big blinds. I snap rejam 2.4 million. Why? Because I have kings, I am running unbelievably hot at this final table. Queens, aces, and now kings, and we're up against jack-8 suited. But it's always a sweat with the poker gods. The flop comes 3, 9, 10, 1 club, giving Jiro an open-ended straight draw. The turn is a brick, 2 of spades. No king, no 8, and we will be 3-handed. The river is the 10 of hearts, GG's to Jiro. Say that 5 times fast. GG's to Jiro, GG's to Jiro, GG's to Jiro, GG's. Can't do it. We're down now to 3 players with $5,839 locked up. A fun thing about this 3-handed dynamic is that both BvB and Beng are comparably short with 12 big blinds. Additionally, the pay jump from 3rd to 2nd is $2,425, so both are really incentivized for the other to bust first, which means I get to bully. I jam ace-4 offsuit on the button. BvB calls. Uh-oh. Beng folds. BvB has ace-7 offsuit. I'm dominated. The flop is 9-6-5 rainbow. No help to me. The turn is really good. It's a board pairing 5 of diamonds, giving me a lot of chop outs. If the board double pairs or a card over a 7 comes, we chop. The river is the 6 of hearts.
Chop with the chop.
Haven't really collided much with Beng. Nice guy from Malaysia. Time to bully him. I'm in the big blind with king 10 offsuit. Beng opens 300k from a 1.6 million starting stack. I jam king 10 off. Beng tilts his head back in agony. He throws a time bank in, and ultimately, he folds. I show Beng the king of clubs, and after I stopped recording, he tells me he folded better. He folded an ace. He is way over folding, and that'll influence my decision next orbit. Blinds up, 60k, 120k. A quick all-in for me on the button with king 10 offsuit again, 2 quick folds, and we pick up 300k in chips just like that. Look at that stack, 4 million in chips. The button moves left, and once again, I'm blind versus Beng, who I basically feel I can shove any 2 cards on. He opens to 250k off of 1.1 million. He really should be shoving or folding or limping off of 11 bigs, but no matter. I'm all in with Jack 7 offsuit. Beng has had enough of my bullshit. He snap calls me with king queen off, but even he knows what's coming. He can barely watch this flop. I flop trips. It's so sick. But the turn is a 10. He turns an open-ended straight draw, and the river is a brick 8 of diamonds. Goodbye to Beng. Nice playing with you. 2 players left, and I've locked up $8,246. But we are so close to that trophy and $12,200 up top. And it is time for me to claim that victory. It is time for the final all-in number 16. Bavic's got 11 big blinds. I jam 10-8 offsuit on the button because why not? Bavic calls with king 6 suited. I'm behind, but flop is queen 5-10 rainbow. I take the lead with a pair of 10s. The turn is a 7. Bavic is only drawing to a king and a king only. And the river is the 8 of hearts, giving me 2 pair.
I won.
And there you go. That's the story of how I went all in almost every hand and won $12,200. If you like that video, make sure you watch my APT main event run where I play for 3 straight days and make some of the biggest hero calls of my life. Subscribe.